Back here on CBS Sports HQ, On the Clock, presented by Jeep. There's only one. Oh, how about this? We've got some video. Joan Beringer. Yes, I know French. Baringer, big baller. He led the Adriatic League in blocks per game last season. I'm kind of excited about this, Adam Finkelstein. Are you excited about this? Joan Beringer heading to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So you got Rudy Gobert and Baringer.
Yeah, I am excited about it. He's 6'11" without shoes on, so for all intents and purposes, he is a 7-footer. He's got a better than 7'4" wingspan, and as you just saw in those highlights, he is an extreme athlete. Now, Rudy Gobert is not getting any younger, but he's been arguably a generational type defensive talent, and now Beringer gets to learn under him and then presumably have the opportunity to take over a few years down the road. I think this is a great succession plan, if you will, for the Timberwolves at the center spot.
As is the case with a lot of young players, it's an upside play. He's only been playing basketball for about 3 or 4 years. So needless to say, he's very raw relative to a more well-rounded prospect, but the athleticism is there. He projects as somebody who could be a versatile defender down the road. But you saw the video. He's thin. He's going to have to add weight, get stronger, and develop some skills because maybe once upon a time being 7 foot and athletic could get you by in the NBA, but it's harder now than it's ever been.
Avery, what do you think here about this selection from the Minnesota Timberwolves, Joan Beringer?
Yeah, I like this pick. When you look at the NBA right now, especially, it's a threes league and a layup league. On average, it's not really a mid-range league, even though Shai Gilgeous-Alexander loved the mid-range. So with all the analytics and advanced analytics and stats, you need shot blockers and rim protectors to be able to protect your team against your opponents in terms of points in the paint. Beringer, this is what he does. He can protect the rim. He's a shot blocker. If you talk about a succession plan, Rudy Gobert, who knows how long he has. He's had a great run with all of his defensive players of the year. And maybe this kid could develop into a little bit more of a refined offensive player down the road so that you don't have to sub him out, especially in terms of your offense-defense substitutions. So, again, this is a kid that Timberwolves are going to develop. And I think give him 2 or 3 years, he could potentially be a solid NBA player.
All right, Avery Johnson there in Dallas where it was Flag Day. It continues to be Flag Day. As we take a look at the last 5 selections, Adam Finkelstein, certainly the surprise there, Yang Hansen from China, the 7-footer. But your overall thoughts here on these last 5 selections in the draft, where these guys have landed?
Well, you can see that size is at a premium, and they're trying to find big bodies in the lane. What's interesting about this draft is that there's been different kinds of big guys. So you've got Beringer and Malawach, guys who are the rim-running shot blockers. You've got guys who are like Queen, who are highly skilled. Danny Wolf, a name we haven't called, is another big name like that, big man like that. And then you've got Hansen, who's I think a skilled type of big, and people are saying, I'm getting texts right now and saying, well, if he hits, he's going to be a Gasol brother. Who knows if he's going to hit, but that's is he a Jokic type? Is he a Gasol type? Only time will tell, but it's different kinds of big men, and you can see size still matters in this league.
Yeah, to me, the pick that stands out there is Carter Bryant going to San Antonio. Yep. Like I mentioned, they've got the star pieces theoretically in place, whether that's Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. Now you just want to find perfect role players to surround them with, and Carter Bryant has a chance to be one of the best role players in the NBA in time.
Are we surprised here that Yakachonis is still on the board? I mean, am I wrong? I thought he was at least a top 15 pick.
I think most people thought he was a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this, I had heard even at the beginning of the week that Brooklyn was hoping to come away with him and a big man. Now, No one thought that Demon was going to be in play here, but we're starting to come on the place like maybe Brooklyn can get him the other way around. And going into this night, if you said they were going to take Yakachonis first and then Yegor, you said, yeah, that's a good outcome. For it to be flipped, no one would have anticipated that.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up with that selection at 19, the Brooklyn Nets coming up. But the